Imagine checking into a hotel and never checking out. That's exactly what happened to Elisa Lam in 2013, a young college student who vanished without a trace, until weeks later when hotel guests started complaining about low water pressure and foul-tasting water. What they found was something out of a horror movie. Elisa's body floating in the rooftop water tank. The case left behind more questions than answers. Disturbing surveillance footage showed Elisa behaving strangely in an elevator, seemingly hiding from something or someone that wasn't there. Was it mental illness, a tragic accident, or something far more sinister? This is the story of Elisa Lam and the terrifying secrets of the Cecil Hotel. Welcome to the Smoking Sun. If you're into true crime, mysteries, and stories that make you question everything, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Let's get started. Elisa Lam was a 21-year-old college student from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. She was attending the University of British Columbia and was the daughter of immigrant parents from Hong Kong who owned a restaurant. Elisa had a promising future ahead of her, but she also struggled with mental health issues, including bipolar disorder and depression. Elisa was an avid social media user, especially on Tumblr, where she shared glimpses of her personality and struggles. Her blog, titled Nouvelle Nouveau, featured posts about books, art, and fashion, as well as deeply personal entries about her emotions and challenges. She often expressed feelings of loneliness and anxiety, but also shared moments of excitement and hope. Despite her struggles, Elisa was adventurous. Her solo trip to California was a chance to explore and take a break from her studies. She planned to visit several cities, starting with Los Angeles. But this journey would tragically end in the most mysterious way imaginable. When Elisa Lam booked her stay at the Cecil Hotel, she likely didn't know about its chilling history. The Cecil Hotel opened in 1924 as a luxurious destination in downtown Los Angeles. But when the Great Depression hit, the area around the hotel began to decline. Over the decades, it became surrounded by homelessness, crime, and poverty. The hotel itself fell into disrepair and gained a reputation as a place of tragedy and despair. At least 16 deaths have occurred at the Cecil, including suicides, murders, and unexplained incidents. One of the most infamous residents was Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, who lived at the hotel during his killing spree in the 1980s. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, also stayed there while committing his crimes. With its long history of violence, the Cecil Hotel developed a reputation as cursed or haunted. Paranormal investigators and thrill seekers were drawn to its dark past. To this day, the building is considered one of the most haunted places in Los Angeles. The hotel's grim reputation wasn't just tied to serial killers. Over the years, multiple suicides occurred within its walls. Guests were found having jumped from windows, overdosed in their rooms, or left cryptic suicide notes. It became such a hot spot for tragedy that locals began to avoid it altogether, calling it the Hotel of Death. In the decades before Elisa's stay, the Cecil also served as a halfway house, providing low-cost housing for people in desperate situations. This mixture of tourists and long-term residents added another layer of chaos and unpredictability to its environment. Elisa checked into the Cecil Hotel on January 26, 2013. She was staying on one of the hotel's renovated floors, part of a section marketed as the budget-friendly Stay on Main. She kept in regular contact with her parents during her trip, which made it all the more alarming when she suddenly stopped responding. Elisa had been scheduled to check out of the hotel on January 31st, but she never did. Her parents immediately contacted the Los Angeles Police Department, reporting her as missing. Police questioned other guests at the hotel, many of whom noted that Elisa often seemed friendly but a little distracted. Some even reported hearing odd noises from her room late at night, but nothing concrete ever came of these claims. The LAPD launched a search, starting with the Cecil Hotel. Officers interviewed staff who reported seeing Elisa alone on January 31st. She had also been spotted at a nearby bookstore, the Last Bookstore, where the owner described her as very outgoing, very lively. She had been shopping for gifts to take home to her family. Police searched the hotel, including Elisa's room and common areas, but found no trace of her. Sniffer dogs were brought in and even searched the rooftop, but Elisa was nowhere to be found. Hotel security footage was reviewed for any clues, and that was when investigators stumbled upon the now infamous elevator video. On February 13, 2013, investigators released surveillance footage showing Elisa Lam inside one of the Cecil Hotel's elevators. It was the last known sighting of her, and the video quickly went viral. In the footage, Elisa appears nervous and erratic. She steps into the elevator and presses several buttons. She waits, but the doors don't close. She peeks out, looks around, and then steps back inside. She continues pressing buttons, but the doors remain open. She moves to the side as if hiding, then steps out, waving her arms and appearing to speak to someone, but no one else is visible in the footage. Finally, Elisa walks away, and the elevator doors close. The video raised countless questions. Was Elisa hallucinating? Was she hiding from someone? Or was something else going on? On February 19th, 2013, after nearly 3 weeks of searching, maintenance workers checked the rooftop water tanks following complaints of low water pressure. What they found horrified everyone. Elisa's body was floating inside one of the tanks. She was found naked, with her clothes and belongings floating nearby. The tank's heavy lid was open when her body was discovered, correcting earlier reports that it was closed. The tanks required ladders for access, and the roof was protected by locked doors and alarms, raising serious questions about how Elisa got there. The autopsy report concluded that Elisa's cause of death was accidental drowning, with bipolar disorder listed as a contributing factor. Toxicology tests found only prescription medications in her system, no illegal drugs or alcohol. Elisa's medication levels suggested she may not have been taking her prescriptions consistently, which could have triggered a psychotic episode. However, critics argued that the lack of injuries or evidence of struggle left room for doubt. While the official ruling pointed to an accident, theories about Elisa's death continue to circulate. The list includes mental health crisis, which is most likely. Elisa's erratic behavior and inconsistent medication use suggest she may have experienced a psychotic break, leading her to climb into the tank voluntarily. Then there is foul play, an unverified theory. Some believe Elisa was murdered, possibly by a hotel employee or guest who knew how to access the rooftop without triggering alarms. However, there's no concrete evidence to support this theory. After that, we have paranormal influence, a speculative theory. Given the Cecil's history, theories of hauntings and demonic possession gain traction online, but these lack any factual basis. And finally, self-deleted, an unlikely theory. While some theorize self-deletion, the difficulty of accessing the tank makes this explanation less plausible. Elisa Lam's case left a lasting mark, not just as a mystery, but as a conversation starter about mental health and urban legends. Netflix's 2021 documentary, Crime Scene: The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, reignited interest but failed to resolve lingering questions, keeping the case alive in popular culture. Today, Elisa's story remains a haunting reminder of how fragile life can be, and how some mysteries may never be fully explained. Thanks for watching The Smoking Sun. If you like stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. See you next time.